चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। 8.
आकारादिपरिच्छिन्ने विते वस्तुनि तत्कुतः अकृत्रिमम् अनाद्यन्तम् देवनं चित्शिवं विदुः।
Deva, the principle, God, divinity principle, God principle is Anadi, Ananta. It is without birth, without destruction, without beginning, without an end. Anything that is limited by Desha, Kala and Vastu can never be the Deva, the divinity principle. It can never be the God principle. So all these Pundarikaksha, Trilochana, Kamalodbhava, Tridasheshwara, Pavana, Narka, Anala, Nishakara, everything in the creation, including the trinities, they are created. Created means they are parichinna in terms of their embodiment, and therefore they cannot be the Deva. So what is the Deva now? Akritrimam anadyantam devanam chit shivam iti viduhu. This is the Deva Tattva. So what is the Deva Tattva? Akritrimam. Kritrimam is Kriya Sadhya. So that which is not Kriya Sadhya, that which is not created, so that is not a result of any action. So that it means whatever that is not the result of action should necessarily be what? Self-existent. It should be self-existent, not created, not born. So therefore it says Akritrimam anadyantam devanam. That splendor, that luster is Chit Shivam iti viduhu. It is called as, it is Chit Chaitanya Swarupa, the pure awareness principle, pure consciousness principle, the only knowledge principle. Other knowledge principles are on account of this Chit only. So therefore itself is Shivam, Mangala Swarupam. Itself is Mangala Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Paramananda Swarupa. So now we know what is the Deva Tattva. What is the Deva Tattva? Chaitanya. Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone is the Deva Tattva, and none of those which are Deha Rupa, Dehadhari, which wield an embodiment, whether at physical level or mental level or Adi Bhautika level, none of these can be the Deva. What was the question? Devarchana. Now we have known what is Deva. If you have known what is Deva, why you want Archana further then? So it is not necessary. So now Deva Archana was the question, and therefore having known Deva, how this Deva has to be worshipped. So how this Deva Puja has to be done.
Tadeva Deva Shabdena Katyate Tat Prapujayet Tadevasti Yatas Sarvam Satta Sattatma Rupa Druk. There is one correction. Sarve is to be corrected to Sarvam. Anvaya Yataha Sarvam add Jagat Satta Sattatma Rupa Druk Tadeva Asti add Tasmat Tadeva Deva Shabdena Katyate Tat Prapujaye. Again, Yataha Sarvam add Jagat Satta Sattatma Rupa Druk Tadeva Asti add Tasmat Tadeva Deva Shabdena Katyate Tat Prapujaye.
We know one thing, that in this creation there is Chaitanya. Some Sachetanata is there, Chaitanya aspect is there. We also know in the Jagat there are inert things. So now we have whatever the definition of definition of the Deva was given. What is that the definition Deva? Whatever that is, akritrimam anadyantam devanam. So that is what the Deva was there. So now we have got Deva, one thing, a divinity principle, and other thing is what? Something other than the divinity principle. Two things we have got. Now let us see what happens. Yataha sarvam jagat. Now something other than divinity principle we call as jagat. So therefore, Deva, the divinity principle, and jagat, these two appear to be there to begin with. Now let us settle account with the jagat. Yataha sarvam satta sattatma rupa dhruk. Yataha sarvam, everything. What is that everything? Not simply jagat. In that jagat, who is the prominent one? For whom the jagat is meant? Jiva. Jiva. So jagat means automatically who comes? Jiva comes in picture. Why? Jagat is created for whose sake? For the sake of jivas. So therefore, jagat, jiva, and then samsara, samsaranam, jiva getting subjected to transmigration. So jiva getting subjected to transmigration. So samsara rupam. Now, how this gets existence? How the jiva, jagat, jiva and samsara, transmigration, how does these come into existence? He says, all these, jagat, jiva, tat samsara rupam, tat sattaya eva sattatma dhruk. Satta, sattatma dhruk means sarvam has got such satta. What existence? You have to add that. Tat sattatma dhruk. Tat sattatma dhruk means tat sattaya eva. Tat sattaya, yes. Tat sattaya eva. Tasya devasya sattaya eva. Sattaya instrumental. By the existence of this divinity principle only, everything comes into existence. And what is that everything? Jagat, jiva and samsara, samsarana, transmigration, sukha dukkhatmaka existence of this jiva, all these come into existence. So therefore, yataha, because sarvam satta sattatma rupa dhruk, sarvam jagadadi, sarvam is jagadadi, tat sattaya eva, who sattaya, devasya sattaya eva, sattatma rupa dhruk, has got the existence, tadeva asti. In reality, what is that? Neither the jagat, jiva, nor the samsarana is there. Only what is there? Deva only is there, because of whose existence all these come into existence. And tadeva deva shabdena kathyate. What is that tadeva? Earlier stanza. Chit shivam. Tadeva is Chit Shivam, that earlier Chit Shiva, Deva Shabdena Kathyate, is called by the word Deva. Chit Shiva, because of whose existence everything, that is Jagat, Jiva and Samsara, comes into existence, that is what is called as Deva. And you wanted to worship whom? Deva. Tat prapujaye. So tat means what? Chit Shivam prapujaye. That Chit Shiva should be worshipped. Should be worshipped, the Deva. So now, Jagat, Jiva and Samsara, these have no separate existence apart from Chit Shiva, and therefore what is there is Tadeva, and in reality Chit Shiva only is there, and one should worship this. This who says now Lord Shiva has said. But we find in the Shrutis also worship of other deities. Even Indra is to be adored, Yajna Yaga is to be done. Who has told? Not even Smriti. Who says? Shruti says. So how is it all about? So that being the case, the question comes now like this. See, in that case, Pundarikaksha, Trilochana, Tridasheshwara, all these have to be worshipped is told in the Shruti and Smriti. What about them? For whom these worships are meant. So let us see now.
Ajnata Shiva Tattvanam Akaradyarchanam Krutam Yojanadvanya Shaktasya Kroshadva Parikalpyate. Anvaya Akaradyarchanam अज्ञात शिव तत्वानां कृतं योजनाध्वनि अशक्तस्य क्रोशाध्वा परिकल्प्यते. Again, आकाराद्यर्चनम् अज्ञात शिव तत्वानां कृतं योजनाध्वनि अशक्तस्य क्रोशाध्वा परिकल्प्यते.
Now the worship archanam, worship of those who have got the forms. What forms? Dehadi. So who is that? Kamalanayana Vishnu Pundarikakshaha Trilochana Kailasadipati Shiva Kamalodbhuta Brahma. So like this, who have got Akara Adi. What is that Akara Adi? Who are Parichinna by Desha, Kala, Vastu. Akara's form stands for the Desha Parichinnata. That means those which are Parichinna by space, objects and time factors. For them, this Akaradi Archanam, for whom they are meant? Ajnata Shiva Tattvana. For those who have no direct knowledge of Shiva Tattva. Which Shiva Tattva? Chit Shiva, which is the, what is it? It is the Deva Tattva, the divinity principle. The Chit Shiva, which is the divinity principle. It's Ajnata Shiva Tattvanam. So for them, Ajnata Shiva Tattvanam Akaradi Archanam Kritam. Kritam means Vihitam, enjoined in the Shastras. Don't think other modes of worships are useless. No, no, it is not so. They are useful for certain type of people. So that is what. That means that is the greatness of our Shastras. It is not one way, one path, not that way. It is. You see, depending on the stage of the seeker, a specific sadhana, the means is given. So therefore, Ajnata Shiva Tattvanam Akaradyarchanam is meant for those, is enjoined for those who do not know the Chit Shiva Tattva, for which an illustration is given. Sandhi is Yojana Adhvani Ashaktasya Kroshadhva Parikalpyate. It like this. Yojana Adhvani Ashaktasya. A yojana means it is a distance of about 8 to 9 miles. It corresponds to about 8 to 9 miles distance is called as yojana. Of course, yojana has got other meanings, but here it is. And krosha is 1/4 of yojana. Means 2 and little more miles means 1 krosha. 2 to 2.4. 2.5. So 2 to 2.5, that is the, what is it? Krosha. Now let us say, some people are going pilgrimage, etc. So it is said, per day, 1 yojana one has to walk. Per day, 1 yojana has to walk. Now suppose one is not capable of walking 1 yojana, then he says, better do 1 krosha. Means about 2.5 miles. In fact, they say one should not walk more than 1 yojana per day. Especially this parivrajaka, sannyasis, they move from place to place. There is a limit. They should not exceed 1 yojana because the body cannot bear the strain. They may walk few days, but the strain will be there on the body. Body is not designed to walk more than about 1 yojana per day. So that means the strain will come, it can bring adverse results afterwards. So now, where 1 yojana has to be covered, one is not able to, one has to take to 1 krosha. That is way. Yojana advan. Advan means marga, road, path. So one who is not able to cover 1 yojana, kroshadva. So krosha advan, that is path of 1 krosha, about 2.5 miles. Parikalpate. Parikalpate means fixed or recommended. So parikalpate is fixed or recommended. That is fine. Then let us do one thing. Those who want to take to Deva Puja, let them take to Deva Puja. We will take to Akaradi Puja. What is the determining factor? Which of these to be taken to? First find out why at all you do puja. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Deva puja is not done for the sake of Deva, it is done for whose sake? Myself. And when we do it for the sake of myself, what is the criterion? Phalam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. Phalam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. So what is the phala? So what determines the puja, type of puja? Phala. What result we get from that puja? So therefore from that standpoint it says, let us see now. So what one gets, what is the result one can gain from Deva Puja, and what is the result one can gain from other Bahya, not Bahya, that means Akaradi Puja, that will settle the account, which puja has to be taken to.
Iyatadi parichinnam Rudrade prapyate phalam Akrutrimam anadyantam Palamananda atmanaha. Anvaya Rudradehe Iyattadi parichinnam Phalam prapyate Akrutrimam anadyantam Phalam anandaha add eva tat phalam. This must be added. Anandaha add eva tat phalam. Atmanaha add bhavati. Again, Rudradehe iyattadi parichinnam phalam prapyate. Akrutrimam anadyantam phalam anandaha eva tat phalam atmanaha bhavati.
Rudradehi iyattadi parichinnam phalam prapyate. Rudradehi, from Rudra, Pundarikaksha, Kamalodbhava, Tridasheshwara, all these devatas. So Rudradehi means from these devatas in the sense by the worship of these devatas. From Rudra etc. means by the worship of these devatas. Rudradehi. What phala is gained? Iyattadi parichinnam prapyate. Iyatta means so much, this much fixed quantity, means a limited result. Yatta shows the parimana, that is the measurement. So therefore, this much, that is this so much, such and such, the fixed quantity. Yatta. Adi, for this much of time, for a fixed period. Yatta, fixed quantity, and adi for a fixed time, not forever. So adi. Parichinnam phalam. Phala, which is parichinna, which is limited in nature. Such phala, so it is parichinnam phalam, prapyate, is gained. Now what phala is gained by Deva Puja? This is the result of Deva Puja is this. Akrutrimam anadyantam phalam. What is Deva? Akrutrimam anadyantam devanam devaha. Chitshivaha. Result also is akrutrimam na kriya sadhyam. Akrutrimam na kriya sadhyam. So na kriya sadhyam. Na kriya sadhyam. So again, akrutim anadyantam, which has no beginning, which has no end, no birth and death. Anadyantam, anadyantam. Phalam. What is that? Anandaha eva. What is Ananda eva? Parama, not simply Ananda. See, akritrima anadyanta ananda means Paramananda. It is aparichinna ananda. So Paramanandaha eva. So anadyantam phalam anandaha eva. That phala means the result of limitless ananda swarupa. Tat phalam atmanaha bhavati. Atmanaha means atma tattvataha. Atma tattvata means atma tattva sakshatkaranta pujanena prasannat chit shivad bhavati. See, something is to be given means you have to please. You have to, other is it not? Even Deva pujas, what you Devata pujas, what you do, you invoke the Devas. Invoke the Deva means what? You praise. That Deva doesn't need your praise, but it is for you to tune properly to get the result, because you are doing the karma and that is the result from that standpoint. So, but here also, if from Deva, which Chit Shiva, you have to worship. How? That worship should culminate in Atma Sakshatkara. So, direct cognition. So, that is out now. So long as you are telling puja, 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 now what puja it is? Atma Sakshatkara. See, Tattvataha Sakshatkaranta Pujanena. Worship ending with Tattva Sakshatkara, Chit Shiva Sakshatkara, and Chit Shiva being Chaitanya. Chaitanya itself is Atma, Brahma. So therefore, this is gained by what? Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara, direct cognition of Atma Swarupa. So this way it is gained. So why? What you discover is nothing but Chit Shiva, which is Akritrima Anadyanta Paramananda Swarupa. That itself is the result. That itself is the result. So there it is. So Atmanaha means Tattvataha Sakshatkaranta Pujanena Prasannat Chit Shiva. The Chit Shiva who is pleased by, again who is pleased by not some form, etc. So it is by direct discovery, by that one gains. Now what people do? What people do? First thing, they don't know that such a Deva is there. They take to all the Akaradi puja. and they stick to it because they are hooked to those results. They are hooked to those results. They don't know there is a result which is something beyond their even imagination. So that being the case, says, why? The phala of other puja is kritrima. Kritrima means what? Kriya sadhya. When the phala of deva puja is akritrima, na kriya sadhya. Kriya sadhya phala is parichinna, limited. It is limited and for a limited time, and therefore it is not going to give the everlasting contentment. Total freedom from samsara cannot be gained from that. So that being the case, says here, one should take to deva puja only. The two pujas are compared with contrast.
There is a correction. Rutima phalam is there. Rutima phalam is there to be changed to Krutrima phalam. In the first line, Rutima phalam is to be changed to Krutrima phalam.
Akrutrima phalam tektva yaha rutima phalam. Krutrima phalam, you get corrected. Krishna kru, then 3 ma phalam.
Like first word, Akrutrima is there, same way.
Like akrutrima phalam is there, no? That Krishna kru, then 3. Trinetra 3.
Akrutrima phalam tyaktva Yakrutrima phalam vrajet Tyaktva samandaravanam Karanjam yati kananam. Anvaya Yaha Akrutrima phalam Tyaktva Krutrima phalam Rajet Saha Mandaravanam Tyaktva Karanjam Kananam Yati. Again, Yaha Akrutrima phalam Tyaktva Krutrima phalam Rajet Saha Mandaravanam Tyaktva Karanjam Kananam Yati.
The person who takes to akaradi archanam, his lot is like this. Yaha, the person, akritrimam phalam tyaktva, abandoning, givening. Akritrima phala means, what is that akritrima phala? The phala which is self-existent, Paramananda Swarupa, not created by any kriya, which is the Chit Shiva Swarupa, gaining Chit Shiva Swarupa only. Having given up that, Krutrima phalam vrajet. Krutrima phalam vrajet means vrajet, runs after, approaches or gains. Vrajet runs after, approaches or gains. What? Krutrimam phalam, kriyasadhya phalam, by akaradi deva puja. Akaradi puja. Akaradi, that is puja, so therefore akaradi archanam. So by such thing, vrajet means runs after, approaches or gains. You know, his condition is like that. Saha, he does like this. Mandaravanam Tyaktva. Having given Mandaravana. You know what is Mandaravana? A forest of, of what? Kalpavrikshas. You know, one Kalpavriksha. You know what's Kalpavriksha? Wish fulfilling tree. One Kalpavriksha itself is sufficient. There's a forest of Kalpavriksha. He gives up the forest of Kalpavriksha and runs after what? He says, gains what? Karanjam Kananam Yati. He runs after the forest of Karanja, thorny bushes, thorny forest. You know Karanja? You know that's very sour black berry. Karvanda, Marathi they say Karvanda. Sorry. But here Karanjavanan means the thorny forest. So that is what thorny forest he goes. If one Kalpavriksha itself is more than sufficient, at least if one Kalpavriksha is there, he has to hunt for it. Where is that? You just go there, anywhere you go, there is what is Kalpavriksha in that particular forest. See, such a thing, such foolishness the person does. Acha, therefore, from now onwards, no other pujas, okay? that won't solve the problem. First take to Deva Puja, and in the wake of Deva Puja, let them drop off. Until that, you may need the crutches. But don't think this is the goal of life. That is what it is. See? Even if one is unable to take to Deva Puja, let one understand that is the final goal. That is the final goal. And we have to prepare ourselves in that direction to gain that. That is what? This knowledge. So that we say, Mandasa. Fine. Therefore, Deva Puja has to be taken to. Now, what are the samagris? Puja means samagri comes or not, materials required. For every, see, materials required differs from type of puja. If it is Kailasa Adipati Trilochanaha, you have to first think Bilva must be there. If it is Narayana, Tulasi Patra must be there. If it is Ganesha, Durva must be there. And if Ganesha, Modaka only, Modaka only is there. So like this. And if it is Shiva, the Trilochana Puja, they say, you see, a care should be taken before worshipping Lord Shiva. Before doing dhupa and arati, first keep Naivedya. Naivedya ready. Shiva cannot tolerate even this much delay in offering Naivedya once you offer the dhupa dipa. You delay dhupa dipa, never mind. Suppose your Naivedya is not ready, you delay dhupa dipa. But if that is once that is there, it should be immediately offered. And certain rules are there. Certain samagris are there. Now, for Deva Puja, what is the samagri? So let us see now.
Bodha samyam shama iti pushpanyagrani tatra cha Shivam chinmatram amalam Pujam puja vido viduhu Anvaya Tatra Cha Bodhaha Samyam Shama Iti Agrani Pushpani Puja Vidaha Shivam Amalam Chinmatram Pujam Viduhu. Again, Tatra Cha Bodhaha साम्यम शम इति अग्राणि पुष्पाणि पूज्यविदः शिवम अमलम चिन्मात्रम पूज्यम विदुः.
Tatra is Devarchane. To perform this Devarchana, worship of the ultimate divinity principle, the God principle, Devarchane, Tatra is Tatracha, in this Devarchana. These are the samagris. What are those? Bodhaha, Atma Sakshatkara, Chit Shiva Sakshatkara. Direct cognition of Chit Shiva, which is the Swarupa, will be shown afterwards. For the time being, we know Deva is Chit Shiva. That's Bodha, direct knowledge, Sakshatkara of Chit Shiva. So that is what? Samyam. Sarvatra Atmaupamena Darshanam. The vision of seeing everything like oneself, or considering everyone like myself. So, Sarvatra Atmaupena Darshanam means with all to be considered as Upama is what? Myself. There Sukha Dukkha as what? Myself. Just as if Dukkha comes to me, how I suffer, so also others suffer. So no hurting, no harming to others. So that way, so again, just as I rejoice when the happiness is there, so also rejoicing in others. So that way, Sarvatra Atmaupam Samyam, Atmaupena Darshanam. Atma, oneself, is Upama, illustration with respect to others. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjana sukham va dukkham va. So that is sukha dukkha as one's own thing, the one who sees. So therefore he says, akratre sarvatra atmaupena darshanam, that is samyam. Shamaha, mastery over the mind, which also indicates the mastery over the sense organs. Means, in short, what is it? Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, culminating in Sachit Shiva Sakshatkara, Atma Sakshatkara. Iti, these, Agrani Pushpani. Agrani Pushpani, the main flowers, like Bilva for Shiva, Durva for Ganesha, Tulasi Patra for Narayana. So like that, these are the first. Agrani means the first, or the main flowers in Devarchana. Why it is at first or the main? All other means to accomplish this. See again, Bodha means Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana also is Pushpa only. But they are the, why Bodha is the main one. And Shama is told Samya, Shama. Why Samya? Sarvatma Bhava. Why Shama? Without mastery over the mind, you can't gain the Bodha. So therefore, so these are the main flowers. Puja Vidaha. Then who is that puja worthy of adoration, whose worship has to be done? Puja Vidaha. Shivam Amalam Chinmatram Pujyam Viduhu. Puja Vida means those who are adept in worshipping the puja, having known what is the most highly adorable. So that they say Puja Vidaha. They consider, Vidu, they know that this is the Puja Tattva. This is the Puja principle. What is the Puja principle? Shivam Mangala Swarupa, which is what told as Akritrimam Anadyantam Ananda Tattvam. Shivam, which is Amalam. Amalam is Nirmalam, free from mala of avidya and avidya karya, the entire adhyastha jagat, free from avidya and avidya karya, the entire adhyastha jagat. Amalam chinmatram. What is that in reality? It is nothing but the Chaitanya Swarupa. Chinmatram, the Chaitanya Tattva only. So that is Chinmatra, Chaitanya Tattva only. Chinmatram, Chinmatram, Amalam, that is what? The Nirmala, Amala is Nirmala, Chinmatram, Viduhu. They consider this as the very Puja Devata. Continuing.
Shamabodhadivi pushpaihi Deva atma yadarjate Tattu devarchanam vidhi Nakararchanam archanam Anvaya Yat Shamabodhadibhihi Pushpaihi Devaha Atma Archate Tattu Devarchanam Vidhi Akararchanam Archanam No. Again, Yat Shamabodhadibhihi Pushpaihi Devaha Atma Archate Tattu Devarchanam Vidhi Akararchanam Archanam No.
Yad, see, Deva told, Deva Puja Samagri told. Now what exactly is the Devarchana? The Devarchana is like this. Whatever, Yat is like this. Shama bodhadibhihi pushpaihi. What samagri, pushpa, flower, etc. Shama, bodha, adi for samya, by such. Other things, these are main, other such things. Shama bodhadibhihi pushpaihi, by the such flowers. Devaha atma archati. See, now Deva, Chit, Shiva, next word is brought now, Atma. So Devaha atma archati is worshipped. Tattu devarchanam vidhi. That is the devarchana. So that is the devarchana vidhi. And not the other one. Na akararchanam archanam na. Worship of those which have got akara, dehadi akara. So that is not the devarchana at all. Their role we have already seen, that different thing, but that is not the actual devarchana. That is fine. But what is wrong if we stick to those akaradi archana only? It says the person cannot get totally freed from affliction, sorrows of samsara. If one wants to continue in samsara, one can continue with those things. But if one wants to get freed from samsara, those archanas do not help at all. We can't say do not help at all, but they can't give the final freedom from samsara. Continuing.
Atma samvitti rupam tu Tyaktva devarchanam janaha Trutrimata suye satka saktaha. There is a correction. There is one correction. Instead of satkaha, it should be saktaha. Ka
Saktaha chiram, saktaschchiram. Satkaschchiram, it has happened there. Saktaschchiram. Sa, if you are difficult in writing, ka and break the leg. Then give the nether stroke to ka and taha. Okay. If you don't know how to write actually.
Atma samvitti rupam tu tyaktva devarchanam janaha krutrimarcha suye saktaha chiram klesham bhajanti te. Anvaya. Ye janaha atma samvitti rupam devarchanam tu tyaktva krutrimarchasu saktaha te chiram bhajanti chiram klesham bhajanti. Again, ye janaha atma samvitti rupam devarchanam tu yaktva krutrimarchasu saktaha te chiram klesham bhajanti.
Ye janaha, those people, what they do? Atma samvitti rupam devarchanam tyaktu tyaktva. Chit Shiva, Atma, now Atma samvitti. I think Shiva wants to bring Vedanta to the back doors. So, because sometimes it happens, no? Vedanta means headache for many people. Puja, ha. So therefore, but choice was not left to Lord Shiva. Do you know why? Question is by who? Vasishtha. Question is by Vasishtha, and he has to tell what is the Devarchana. Ye janaha, those people, Atma samvitti rupam devarchanam tu tyaktva. Not taking to the Devarchana in the form of Atma Samvitti, Atma Sakshatkara, direct cognition of Atma Swarupa. That means Devarchana, which is in the form of Atma Sakshatkara, Chit Shiva Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara, having given up that, means not taking it to that. Maybe they are not able to take to, but at least take to the means. Means have it as a goal and strive for that. Strive for that. So that Atma Samvitti Rupam tu Devarchanam tu Tyaktva. Those people, what they do? Who Krutrimarchasu Saktaha. Those who are totally attached to Krutrima Archa. Archa also means Pratimas. Archa also means Pratimas. Those who are totally engrossed in Krutrima Archa means Kriya Sadhya Archa, either worship or the deities, etc. Akaravam. Archa also is Archanam. Archanam also is Archanam. Archa, one meaning also is the deity, the murtis, pratimas, etc. Both meaning can be taken. Saktaha, totally attached to that. Do you know what is the result for them? Chiram klesham bhajanti. They gain. Klesha, what is klesha? Suffering. How? Chiram. Perennially. Why perennially? The janma marana rupa samsara continues. There is no freedom from samsara. Therefore, chiram klesham bhajanti. Now, this Vasishtha was doing puja. He had a flower garden also. Not so ordinary. He has got flower garden. He is capable of taking to samadhi, etc. and this thing. Not that he was an Atmajnani, he was a Atmajnani, Brahmajnani, and many other things are there. Why? Vishnu does worship of Shiva, Shiva does worship of, Puranas is open. Shiva does worship of Vishnu. So how come if this is not only Devartana has to be taken to? So they say, yes, Brahmajnanis may do Akaradi Archana with a specific purpose. And what is the way of their doing? So that is the other means. Their doing is just like the Krida, sports. They have nothing to get out of that, not nowadays sports. So nowadays sports is a big commercial aspect of businesses. So that is the other thing, Loka Sangraha, for the good of the humanity, in the sense all are not capable of taking to Devarchanam, and therefore they have to be shown the means. From that standpoint, there are two purposes are there, and from that they do.
Jnata jneya hi ye santaha bala kridopamam chate atma dhyanatrute brahma atma dhyanatrute brahman kurvanto deva pujanam. Brahman ye.
Second line, Brahman.
Brahman ye hi jnata jneyaha santaha atma dhyanadrute deva pujanam kurvantaha te cha bala kridopamam ad kurvanti. Again, Brahman ye hi jnata jneyaha santaha atma dhyanadrute deva pujanam kurvantaha te cha bala kridopamam ad kurvanti.
Those who are Jnata Jneyaha. Jnata Jneya means those by whom Jneya is already directly cognized, Brahmajnanis. Jnata Jneyaha. If at all they are seen to be engaged in Bahya Akaradi Archanam, says it is only like Balakrida. Balakrida means like the sports of the children. Just out of joy they do it. They have nothing to gain out of that. We'll see in detail. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam